guys, so welcome to the start of a new start of a new weekend reading vlog. At least I'm trying to make it a reading vlog. It's turning out more to be a weekend video game vlog. So my goal slash plan for this weekend in terms of reading is to finish. It's the weekend of finishing books. So I have 2 books that I've started. We're in August, mid-month, or towards the end of the month now, and I still haven't finished a lot of books. I finished 1. I've read 1 book in the month of August. So I kind of want to finish the books that I've started either at the beginning of August or back in July. Was that the month that was before this? Here are the 2 books on the reading plans. Is Nocturna. I take both of the dust jackets are off of these, by the way, in case you're curious why they look like that. So Nocturna, the sun just went away. So in Nocturna, I'm on 207 of Nocturna, and I'm freaking out because I'm actually on the same page in We Hunt the Flame. I started We Hunt the Flame, I think, beginning of July or even June, and I just never finished it. Not because the book's not good, but I just had other books that came in mind that I read instead. And then in July, I did the Book Junkie Trials and the Reading Rush, and We Hunt the Flame just never made it onto the TBRs for that, so I just put it down. But I really want to finish it now. I'm on the same exact page for both of these, so I don't know which one I feel like reading right now, but I do know that I want to read right now. Even though my heart's really telling me I want to play Stardew. I think I want to I'm not going to finish it right now, guys. Let's be realistic. Nocturna, because I started this one last. I was reading this more recently, and so I'm like, that's fresh in my mind, so I kind of want to stick with this. And then either tonight or tomorrow I'll read more from We Hunt the Flame. So I realize that I may not actually finish these this weekend in this vlog. Maybe I'll extend the vlog onto Monday if I feel like I'm going to finish one of them on Monday. If I'm still too far from finishing either, we're just gonna wrap it up and go home, and it's, it's fine. It's basically just to catch you guys up on my life because everyone cares. I like vlogging, and I like when my weekends actually consist of fun things and I want to share them. So that's basically what this vlog's for, and I do want to read these books because I am enjoying them and I think they're going to be really great. I anticipate that both of these are going to be 5-star reads. Big claims, but that's where I think this is going to head. So I'm going to get to reading, listen to some music while I do it, listen to some like Sand Blue or Twice. Let's do this. It's like actually really good. I might have put a little too much sugar, but I like sweet anyway, so it's fine. Try it.
Not bad.
Yeah, you like it?
It's okay.
I imagine it gets really shaky for me. I'm very heavy-footed, so like trying to walk and vlog. Keep my hands steady. Good morning, folks, or afternoon. It is 12:40 on Sunday, so that's where we're at. And I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I did manage to finish Nocturna this afternoon. I had read about 100 pages yesterday, and then I just finished it all this morning, and I gave it 4 stars. And it kind of sucks because when I was looking it up on Goodreads, I noticed that it had a pretty low rating on Goodreads. And I'm not entirely sure why. Nocturna takes place in like this fantasy world setting that is it feels very inspired by like you think it's the Dominican Republic? I'm not 100% sure. But this is a Latinx fantasy, and it's basically we follow Alfie, who is a prince of this kingdom. He's looking for Englisson books because he's trying to find a way to bring back his brother. And this isn't a spoiler, it's all in the synopsis, but basically like an assassination plot happened and his brother was basically put into like a void. And everyone thinks that he died, and his brother Alfie is like, I need to find a way to go into this void and get him out because he's convinced that his brother's still alive. So that's kind of what starts the story off, and then, you know, upon messing with all of this different types of magic, he unleashes something that everyone had convinced themselves they were safe from, and that kind of starts the whole story off for us. So I think the fact that this is a Latinx fantasy was my favorite part of the entire thing. I love that there's kind of 2 ways to use magic. You have your propio, which is like your affinity or your element that you have and can control. It's like your own special, unique power. And then there's like the basic magic that pretty much anyone can use, and it's like it's spoken. So a lot of what Alfie's magic uses is he uses a lot of spoken word magic, and it's really nice because the spoken words are spoken in Spanish, so that's really interesting to see. I mean, it makes sense in this world and it never feels like out of place. But I guess just the fact that I've hardly ever read a Latinx fantasy, and to see like Spanish words be used as a normal thing, and to have Spanish words translate into magic, it was really cool and really interesting to read about the dynamic between all the characters. I do wish we got a little bit more from Alfie's cousin Luca in the book, like just more of his, like, I don't know, I just felt like We got a lot of Alfie, because of course he's the main character, and we got a lot of Finn, who is like the second main character, but we didn't get a lot of Luca in terms of like his development or his, I guess, him growing up. Like, so it just kind of felt like the author was putting them together and saying like, yeah, they just had the same upbringing and it was all the same because they grew up together. So that kind of sucked. I wish we got a little bit more from Luca. But other than that, I really did enjoy the story, and I enjoyed the magic system and how it worked. I did have some questions that took me down a couple of rabbit holes to figure out, because part of Finn's ability is that she can control like stone, or part in the book where she's like, oh, she starts controlling metal, and then there's a line in the book that's like, yeah, because metal is just another type of rock. And I'm like, if you really want to stretch it, then technically she would have control of metal, but metal is not directly rock or stone, so she really wouldn't have control over it. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. So that was like the first red flag for me, because then there's the thing that happens at the end of the book, which is like the big climax, right? Like, this is the big thing that happens, and then like this is how we kind of reach the end of the book. And the way that gets explained, like why this worked, didn't work for me. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that basically negates things that we've learned earlier in the book. That did take my rating down from 5 to 4, which sucks because I really did love everything else about this book, except when it comes to Finn's ability with stone, and this thing that happens at the end, which I can't talk about because it's a spoiler, but this thing that happened at the end that technically should not be able to happen given the rules that this author has already established towards the beginning and middle of the book. It doesn't deter my enjoyment from the story. I still really had a lot of fun reading this, a lot of fun being in this world, and the ending was actually really, really good. So there's that climax that happens, and then there's the things like that wind down, and then the actual ending. And I actually really loved the way this book finished. Like, it was just like, that was solid. Turns out this is actually part of a series. I don't know if it's gonna still follow these characters or not, but either way, I would definitely read it. And yeah, so I gave this book 4 stars. It was good. I'm gonna play some Stardew because I've been putting off Stardew all day because I wanted to finish Nocturna. So now I'm going to reward myself. So clearly I'm not going to be finishing We Hunt the Flame in this vlog. So I might just end the vlog here. Maybe, I don't know, or just keep reading We Hunt the Flame later tonight and then update what I'm thinking of it in the morning. I'm not sure yet, but you'll know, because if the vlog ends here, then it ends, and if it keeps going, then I guess I kept going. So, talk to you later. Hey guys, so a little bit later in the day, and I haven't done any reading, and I've just been playing Stardew. I had lunch, and now I think for sure I'm going to end the vlog here, but I just wanted to formally do that because I want to give a huge shout out, which, oh my god, there's something in my eye, wait. Which I don't really know how much my shout out is going to do for them because I'm such a small booktuber. But I just want to talk a little bit about a friend that I've made through Booktube, which just feels really weird to say in and of itself because my whole time that I've been here, I've talked about how the struggle, or how difficult it is to make friends and make connections that feel genuine. It's really easy to kind of fake your way through it, and it's really easy to meet or end up getting connected with the wrong type of people. And proudly, gladly, happily say that I at least have one friend, someone that I consider to be a friend here on Booktube, and that's Natalie from The Truth About Books. I will leave her channel down below. I just finished watching her video from, I'm already forgetting when it was, from last weekend, when we were supposed to do a 24-hour readathon, and it was just an epic failure. It failed so bad, which is fine. It's fine. The attempt was made, and I think, you know what? We tried, and that's all that matters. But we both read, or at least started and got partway through, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. If you follow me on Twitter, then you would have already, or on Goodreads, you would have already seen that I finished it. I finished it a couple days ago, actually before I started this weekend vlog. And I gave it 5 stars. It was really, really good. That was my first Brandon Sanderson book ever. She's such a level-headed person, and she's so sweet, and she's funny, and, you know, I think in the space that we're navigating on YouTube, with like all these other creators and people that are more known than us, especially me, because I'm like an ant in this speck of life on Booktube and in life, but whatever. I think considering how much I've struggled to make connections, it's nice to, I don't know if the right way to phrase it is like to see it come to fruition, but it's nice to see that a connection that I reached out to make has kind of blossomed into this friendship. We can talk to each other about books and talk about the fact that we're both not reading when we should be reading, and talk about, you know, her struggles with moving and me being able to relate to that because I have moved. And I don't know, it's just cool to meet someone that doesn't seem like they're just fake or that they're, I don't know, so closed off. I think the thing with Booktube, especially when you reach a certain level of subscribers, there's kind of this like aura around them of like they want to seem approachable, but then when you actually approach them, they're kind of like, whoa, what are you doing? So navigating those kind of mixed signals is really difficult, you know. Anyways, she's a really great booktuber. I know for a while there she was kind of thinking of stepping away from Booktube and just doing like lifestyle vlogs, which those are actually some of my favorites from her. Her vlogs are some of my favorite content from her. Just hearing her talk, I don't know, it just feels like reconnecting with a friend, which I guess is why I view this as like a nice friendship, because she does share a bit about like what she's going through in school and work and home life, and I don't know, she's just really level-headed and down to earth, and it's fun to watch her content. I actually also really love her TBR Chronicles video series that she has on her channel. She hasn't updated that in quite a bit just because she got busy with school and a bunch of other stuff, and now she's moving, but you should definitely go back and watch those videos. I'm excited to see where she goes with that in the future. I'll leave her down below. If you have not heard of her before, you should definitely check her out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video and coming along with me in this weekend and for finishing a book. So now I've read 2 books in the month of August. I think we're off to a great start. I've been playing more Stardew. As a matter of fact, when this camera turns off, I'm going to go play more Stardew. So I just think I should be completely transparent and honest with you guys, you know? Like, that's the kind of relationship we have. So I gotta keep it real. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. I would very, very much appreciate it. I think the last I checked, I had 129 maybe, 130, I'm not sure. I think it would be really, really cool if I got to 131. We can do it. We can get there. Anyone can get to 131. From 130, it's us. So smash the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up clicky icon thingy, and leave a comment telling me what your favorite color is. Okay, bye.